Dashboard lights flashing, transmission acting strange. Your local mechanic quotes you hundreds just to run diagnostics. But here's something they won't tell you. Most modern car problems aren't actually hardware failures. They're software glitches that can be fixed with simple resets you can do at home. Modern vehicles are basically computers on wheels, and just like your phone or laptop, they need a restart sometimes. The difference is that mechanics charge premium prices for pressing a few buttons or disconnecting a cable. Not anymore. If you find this helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss the next video where we share maintenance secrets that'll keep your car running strong for years. Now let's dive into these money-saving resets. The engine control unit runs your entire vehicle. It manages fuel injection, timing, emissions, and dozens of other critical functions. But when it starts acting up, things get weird fast. One morning, everything's fine. By afternoon, you're seeing warning lights, terrible fuel economy, and maybe even limp mode that barely gets you home. The panic sets in. You start calculating repair costs in your head. But hold on. 9 times out of 10, the ECU isn't broken. It's just confused by corrupted data or glitchy sensor readings that got stuck in its memory. Start by turning off your ignition completely and removing the key. Pop your hood and locate the battery. You'll want to disconnect the negative terminal first. That's the black cable. Then remove the positive terminal. Now here's the important part. Touch those two cable ends together for about 10 seconds. This drains any residual power left in the system. Leave everything disconnected for 15 to 20 minutes. Your car is basically getting a full memory wipe right now. When you reconnect, do it in reverse order. Positive cable first, then negative. Fire up the engine and let it sit at idle for roughly 5 minutes. Your ECU just got a clean slate. Ghost codes disappear. Throttle response improves. The whole vehicle feels more responsive. Just remember to write down your radio station presets first, because those are getting wiped too. Sitting at a red light shouldn't feel like riding a mechanical bull. If your engine shakes, stumbles, or randomly decides to stall when you're stopped, the idle air control system lost its calibration. Your ECU constantly adjusts airflow when the engine idles. It uses either a dedicated valve or an electronic control system built into the throttle body. Every time you disconnect the battery, clean components, or the computer saves faulty data, it forgets what normal idle should feel like. The fix takes about 10 minutes. Start your car and let it warm up until the temperature gauge reaches the middle position. Put it in park and don't touch anything for 5 minutes. The ECU is relearning baseline idle conditions right now. After 5 minutes, turn on your headlights and crank the AC to maximum. This adds electrical load and makes the idle control system work harder. Let it run for another 2 minutes. The key here is keeping your foot completely off the accelerator. Even a light tap ruins the whole process, and you'll need to start over. When done correctly, your engine should purr smoothly at stoplights without the violent shaking or unexpected stalls. That glowing check engine light doesn't always signal disaster. Sometimes it's just stored memory from a one-time event. Maybe you didn't tighten the gas cap enough. Maybe a sensor hiccuped during cold weather. The problem came and went, but the light stays on because the ECU never forgets. Mechanics love this situation. They plug in their diagnostic scanner, press a few buttons, and suddenly you're paying over $100 for something that took 2 minutes. You can grab a basic OBD2 scanner online for about $20. With your car turned off, plug it into the diagnostic port. You'll usually find this under the dashboard near your left knee. Turn the key to the on position without starting the engine. The scanner powers up automatically and connects to your car's computer. Select the option to read codes, write down what pops up, or take a photo with your phone. This information becomes valuable if the problem comes back later. Then select Clear Codes or Erase Diagnostics. The light disappears immediately. One warning though. If that light comes right back within a few miles of driving, you've got an active problem that needs real attention. Your car's touchscreen freezes mid-drive. Bluetooth refuses to pair with your phone. The navigation system insists you're driving through someone's backyard. These digital annoyances happen because infotainment systems run on software that occasionally crashes. Most systems have a reset option buried in the settings menu. Look for phrases like factory reset, restore defaults, or system reboot. Select it and follow the prompts. The screen goes black, reboots, and usually comes back working normally. Some vehicles hide a physical reset button somewhere near the screen. It's often a tiny pinhole next to the volume knob or tucked under the dashboard. Press and hold it with a paperclip for 10 to 15 seconds until everything shuts down and restarts. Always do this while safely parked. Scrolling through menus at 60 miles per hour ranks pretty high on the list of bad decisions. Step on the gas and your car hesitates like it's thinking about your request. Or maybe the idle bounces around randomly, wasting fuel and making you look like a nervous driver at stoplights. Modern vehicles ditched mechanical throttle cables years ago. Everything runs through electronics now. Your gas pedal sends signals to the throttle body, but these components drift out of sync over time. The result feels jerky and unpredictable. Turn your key to the on position without starting the engine. All your dashboard lights should illuminate. Press the accelerator pedal smoothly all the way to the floor and hold it there for 5 seconds. Release it slowly. Don't let it snap back quickly. Repeat this exact sequence 2 more times, then turn the key off and wait 10 seconds. Start the engine and let it idle untouched for about 3 minutes. You just retaught the computer what full throttle looks like compared to idle position. Smooth, steady movements matter here. Rushing through the steps defeats the purpose. Gears hang on too long, shifts feel clunky and harsh. Your transmission seems confused about which gear it wants. Before assuming you need a complete rebuild, understand this: the transmission control module learns and adapts to your driving style over time. If you bought a used car, changed the transmission fluid, or driving patterns changed significantly, those old learned behaviors work against you. A reset wipes the memory clean so the system can start fresh. Turn your key to on without starting the engine. Keep your foot off the brake. Press the accelerator all the way down and hold it for 15 to 25 seconds. While still holding the pedal down, turn the key back to off. Don't remove it, just switch off the ignition. Release the accelerator and wait at least 2 minutes. This gives the system time to clear stored shift patterns. Start the engine normally and drive gently for 15 to 20 minutes. The transmission relearns everything during this time, building smoother shift points based on current conditions. Resist the urge to floor it immediately after the reset. Gentle driving helps the system gather clean data. Your car feels sluggish. Fuel economy tanks. Acceleration becomes unpredictable. The mass airflow sensor might be sending incorrect information to the ECU about incoming air volume, which throws off the entire fuel mixture calculation. Dust, oil residue, or simple miscalibration causes this sensor to report wrong numbers. Before buying a replacement, try a reset first. Turn off the ignition completely. Locate the MAF sensor between your air filter box and intake manifold. Disconnect the electrical plug and leave it disconnected for 5 minutes. This clears stored values from the ECU's memory. Reconnect the plug firmly until you hear it click into place. Start your engine and let it idle for 5 to 10 minutes with all accessories turned off. No AC, no radio, nothing. The ECU establishes a new baseline during this time. Take a gentle test drive afterward. Avoid aggressive acceleration. Ease through different speeds so the system relearns gradually across the entire operating range. If the sensor looks visibly dirty, hit it with MAF cleaner spray before reconnecting. Just never touch the delicate wire element inside. That amber ABS light sends most drivers into panic mode. Brake system failures feel terrifying, but often it's just the computer holding on to outdated error codes triggered by something minor like a weak battery or dirty wheel sensor. First, try the fuse pull method. Turn off your car, open the fuse box and locate the ABS fuse using the diagram on the cover. Pull it out, wait 30 seconds and push it back in. Start the car and check if the light disappeared. If that doesn't work, try the steering wheel relearn procedure. With the engine running, turn your steering wheel all the way left, then all the way right, then back to center. Shut off the car, restart it, and check the light again. This works particularly well on GM and Ford models. You can also use an OBD2 scanner if yours supports ABS systems. Plug it in, read the stored code, and clear it. Before doing any of this though, inspect your wheel speed sensors. Mud, rust, or loose connections trigger false warnings regularly. Few lights annoy drivers more than the tire pressure warning. Cold weather hits, and suddenly that little icon glows on your dashboard even though all 4 tires look perfectly fine. Start by inflating all tires to the pressure listed on the sticker inside your driver's door, not the number printed on the tire sidewall. And don't forget the spare tire, because many systems monitor that one too. Some vehicles recalibrate automatically while driving. Take a 10 to 15 minute drive at speeds above 30 miles per hour and the light might turn off by itself. Other cars have a dedicated TPMS reset button hiding under the dashboard, inside the glove box, or near the steering column. With the key on and engine off, press and hold this button until the light blinks 3 times. Release it, then start the car normally. Newer vehicles often bury the reset option in the infotainment system menu. Look for TPMS Relearn or Tire Pressure Calibration and select it. If the light refuses to go away after trying everything, you might have a dead sensor battery. But this simple reset works most of the time and costs you nothing. Your car's computer systems are incredibly sophisticated, but they're still just computers. They glitch, they hold onto bad data, and they need occasional reboots just like any other electronic device. Mechanics understand this perfectly. The difference is they charge you premium diagnostic fees for procedures you can handle in your driveway with basic tools and a little knowledge. These resets won't fix every problem. Real mechanical failures need professional attention. But when your car acts strange and warning lights pop up without obvious cause, trying a reset first could save you hundreds of dollars and an unnecessary trip to the shop. Your vehicle came with these reset capabilities built in. You might as well use them.